table, grab the dice. Grizzly and Jesse are in the house. Welcome to Rolling Recklessly, where the battle lines meet the sky. May your crips be high, may your pain never dry, and your roads be ever reckless.
Hide your wallets, lock your hobby room doors, and absolutely do not open the Games Workshop website while listening to this episode, because today we're talking about armies that we secretly want to start, even though we probably shouldn't. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Rolling Recklessly. I'm Grizzly, and joined as always by Jesse, and in this episode, we're basically going to be a public display of poor financial decisions. Because every Warhammer player has that army. That one that you keep looking at online, that one that's randomly you watch battle reports at 1 a.m. for, the one that you swear you're not going to buy, until suddenly you're pricing out variant card boxes and centerpiece models. And the worst part? Sometimes it's not even because the army is any good. Sometimes the models are just cool enough to ruin your life.
Like a sickness, it just starts to creep in and start to lay its dormant virus, and you're trying to rest peacefully, but you can't. Something's stirring you in the night. You wake up thinking, I could use an Auric army. You wake up thinking, I don't have any death models. Something just super happens, like a Cogfort, or a giant demon prince, or 5 bloodthirsters. Something is just calling you to make a poor financial decision in the hobby. And we're here to talk about that today. We're here to unravel why it's important to have these thoughts, but also why you should definitely ignore them.
Definitely. We always ignore them. So today we're talking armies we secretly want to start, armies we know we shouldn't start, and then dangerous hobby temptations. And we'll probably be exposing some future bad decisions live along the podcast. So Jesse, how financially irresponsible are we getting today?
It depends, because this is such a show and tell hobby that along the line somebody's going to show you something and you're going to want it, right?
Yes.
And then they're going to tell you more about it. It's going to make you want it more. And then, I don't know, maybe the algorithm hears you, or maybe Sigmar himself is calling, but you start seeing it everywhere, bro. It's like it. You start seeing that clown everywhere, and you're just like, I need a Gargant.
Yeah.
I need a gay Gargant now.
Just scrolling the internet, and it's just like, hiya, Georgie.
For sure, yeah. It's I don't know what hobby malaise, you know what I'm saying, model madness. People have got their own names for it, but yeah, there's something about this hobby that the acquisition of models and kits, you know what I'm saying, the bargain of acquiring it below MSRP. It's a sickness. It's a sickness that we all brag about, but we're all afflicted with.
Yeah, you're like, look, I only spent $40 on this little bit of plastic. Such a flex. When
they released the price tag for that new Cogfort, I'm like, $210. That'll sell out instantly. It's not high enough.
Yeah, you go to look at the pre-orders. They're like, none. There's none available. And
yeah.
Cool.
It's crazy. There's always something in this hobby that's kind of in the corner of your eye. You're trying to roll, you're trying to be happy with your army, you're trying to be proud of your paint job, but it's just waking you in the corner of your eyes. You're like, what's up with that Git mob on the wall over there?
Yeah.
Why does that look so loony?
Yeah. I can say that it definitely explains a lot of stuff I own. Just that feeling, and you're like, that's pretty nice. I think I could use that,
And, back in the beginning when we had so little, back in the days when we had one army, the idea of acquisitioning so much seemed so far in the future, seemed so financially impossible, irresponsible, if you would say. And now that we're there and we're looking back at all of these poor decisions, we can make an episode like this of why you should try to temper that feeling. You should try to, resist the urge to just keep getting more.
Yeah, rein it in. We will. We totally will.
I bought more models this week than I have in the last half year, bro.
Speaking of that, let's actually jump right into that. Not only did this man get a bunch of games in this week, he also picked up a bunch of new models to immediately justify this entire episode topic. What did you get this week?
Oh man! All right, let's talk about. I got Ionus Cryptborn.
Nice.
Absolutely essential ruination unit. A really powerful Stormcast Eternals hero.
The show's a big fan of Ionus Cryptborn.
I've been wanting this model since the edition started, and I remember at one point in time I had to choose between him and Iridan, and I chose Iridan, and I always kind of like had this sting in my stomach, like, man, did I choose the wrong model? Should I have gotten Ionus? But yeah, I scored him from a hobby store and a card store called Primetime Cards and Games. So shout out to Primetime over there in Gilbert, and I believe they have a location in Tempe. But yeah, I secured an Ionus Cryptborn and a Celestant on Stardrake. So Lord Celestant on Celestial Stardrake. Another big dragon. An awesome model with awesome rules, bro. And these are things that I've been eyeing and not really like being able to pull the trigger financially on. So you see them at a discount store and they're already built.
Yeah.
And they're discount priced. Like just twist my arm a little bit harder and I'll get it. And they're like, oh, the second one's even more percentage off? My wallet jumped out of my pocket.
That's the fry meme. Shut up and take my money.
Shut up and take my money. Yeah, I'm like slamming the card on the table like, please. But yeah, so it was exciting finally like having every kind of dragon that Stormcast offers. I feel like every model range from every army has like this huge like centerpiece, and that it's only a creature you find in that army. You know what I mean? So like, I think of Stormcast, I think of dragons, I think of Soulblight, I think of zombie dragons, I think of your army, giant trees.
Yep. Exactly.
Giant tree folk, and these are the things that give you chase. You know what I mean? We compare this a lot to like Magic or other trading card games. There's always like that chase card in the set. Exactly. Right. Yeah. I feel like with models it's the same thing. There's this new cool model, it becomes a chase. We were at Gamers Guild and I saw some people wheeling and dealing over that new City of Ash Spearhead box.
Yeah, no, there was. That was cool. Like the City of Ash box. Have you checked it out yet?
It's a lot of value, and it's one of those things where like if you're into Cities of Sigmar or you're into the Skaven, it benefits you to buy multiples of the box, similar to how I bought multiples of Skaven Tide.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know if you can reinforce them, but I think you can spam like some of those units for sure, right? I don't know what came too much in those Cities of Sigmar one. I really like that you get that general guy with the panther, That's really cool. Yeah, I feel like the Skaven kind of got a little bit more of the like cooler exclusivity models. Yeah, that Crixit guy.
Crixit looks really amazing.
That guy's sick.
The Deathmaster is awesome. Yeah. And then the Night Runners and Gutter Runners, like they needed a refresh like since the inception of Age of Sigmar.
Yeah. No, I like that they added more. Like it's like cool. You guys like remembered Clan Nation, right? Like,
yes.
The ninjas.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so many war scrolls. Like I think of like Screech. That has like certain. I think of like Vizek. Think of people who can assign to the Eshin clan in Skaven, and there was so little representation of it. So this gives it a big like. Okay, now I can start including Eshin. I never liked like in Skaven the idea of I'm just gonna put all of my stuff into one clan Molder, Clan Scryer. I feel like with Skaven it's cool to see like the menagerie of stuff all together.
Well, especially I can imagine if you're a Skaven player, you would probably own some of each clan. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
I would like try to have a build for each clan,
Absolutely.
And then like ideally mix them. But we're getting sidetracked, man. We're talking about getting stuff here. You got those guys. Speaking of Skaven, you got yourself a. Didn't Blake hook you up?
Oh yeah! Shouts out to Blake, baby. House of Hobbies. Gave me a Crixix, the new Deathmaster, bro. He's supposed to be absolutely cracked on the tabletop, and not only is he cracked as like being in the Skaven army, but any Chaos army can bring Crixix along. So I think you're gonna see him getting a lot of play in the coming edition, in the coming GHB. you're gonna see him a lot. And then I got the new Deathmaster too, so I'm excited. I was like, I didn't have to buy a $250 box to get these 2 models.
To get the 2 models that you needed, yeah.
Yeah, so I like that people are buying multiples of the box. It's creating, a secondary market for people who might want the extras. Like, there's no reason you would need 8 Crixix.
Yeah. What I like is hopefully it'll flood the market with like boards and like terrain.
That's what I almost like wanted to ask that for that yesterday, but I didn't want to get too greedy and I didn't want to put myself too financially in because let's be honest, we kind of left Spearhead behind.
Yeah, true. 100% true.
It's our introductory like. It's how we get the poison in their minds, bro.
Exactly.
It's the whole thing of this episode. Like,
this is like the trap. Like we've already been trapped.
Don't you love it?
We're already in the trap.
Don't you love it when somebody's unsure about getting into Sigmar and somebody's like, "I got an army you can borrow. I've got this you can." It's like you're trying your very hardest to like infiltrate their mind. It's like Inception, bro.
Yeah.
You're just trying to leave the little clue so that they wake up and go, I think I had the idea that I want to play Sigmar.
You're like, yep, that was 100% your idea.
Because you roped me in this, and I still have to like stop and say like, no, I wanted this. This was my choice. I did this to myself.
Just a little bit of brainwashing. It's still good.
It's just such a good hobby, and there's just so much coming out right now, bro. Like, yeah, bro, I love it.
Yeah. So I mean, you got those. You also you got Allie Daughters of Cain, right?
Oh yeah. So shouts out to the mothers for Mother's Day, and my girlfriend's birthday was on Earth Day, so the 22nd. So pretty close together. So she was ready to cash out, and she's into Daughters of Cain, and they had an amazing Battle Force box. And if you got your hands on this Battle Force box, you are one lucky son of a gun, because I swear everywhere I looked, this thing was sold out, or it would say it's in stock. I'd go and it wouldn't be on the shelves, or I would try to order it online, but like the button would glitch. I don't know what's going on, but Daughters of Cain are red hot and everybody wants them. But I was able to secure, thanks to Anthony over at Collective Gaming. Shouts out to you over there in Mesa. Had a box since launch held for me at his shop. It's on the East Valley. I don't get a lot of opportunities to go out there, but I appreciate any shop that holds on to an item for, a loyal customer. So I was able to go down there, get a Regiment of Renown, get the Battle Force box, spent a couple days building all that up. So my girlfriend now has Marathi, has a bunch of Blood Sisters, has Kinnerai Life Takers. Yeah, I mean, she's model rich, bro. And she was saying to me just the other day at the dinner table, like, I remember when I would talk about, I can't wait till I have Marathi. I can't wait till I have a bunch of Snake Ladies. I can't wait till I have a Cauldron. And now she has all of it. She has everything she wanted and more. We got a little 1,000 point game in.
Yeah, I bet that was fun.
61 attacks.
Jesus.
Rend 1, damage 2.
Yeah, Daughters is coming in. They're super hot right now. And then you did. She went from her little 1,000 points, and you got her now she's got a full blown arm.
Yeah, it's amazing what a Battle Force. It's amazing what a Battle Force box can do, and what a Regiment of Renown box can do, and a Spearhead box. You take these collecting boxes and you start mashing them together over time.
Yeah.
It creates a pretty nice and actually functional army. I used to think that starter boxes kind of like pigeonholed you into a bad list, but I feel like the way that they're doing these Battle Forces, these new Spearheads, and all the cool Regiment of Renowns, there's just so many options, bro, and it feels really good to be in the hobby right now. No army feels bad to have right now.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, like you said, got a really, really good Battle Force box, in my opinion, that they just dropped maybe 3 months ago. You know what I mean? So it's still relatively easy to get right now. I mean, even now you had a hard time getting it, but it's one of those imagine in 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
While it's fresh in the market is always the time to acquire, and they don't re-release these things.
Yeah.
They might have a similar product, but we talked about the Sylvaneth one where it had the Kurnoth and the 2 Tree Lords. We just recently had the Soulblight one that you acquired.
Yeah. We got the 4 in I think Christmas, and then they dropped 4 more right after.
Yeah, so this is all the tributes to that acquiring madness. You know what I'm saying? That model madness.
When I very first started this, I managed to scoop up an old, it was like a Sylvaneth box, Battle Force box.
Love it.
That came with like 3 Tree Lords, some Dryads.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it was pretty sick.
Yeah.
And that was like 3 years ago, and it was pretty sick. I like that.
And those Dryads were on the table just the other night.
And yeah, exactly. And it's like, look how far they've come now. Like, look at all the stuff we've got now because I bought that one box. You know,
that's crazy.
That's insane to think about. Is it was just started with one Battle Force box, but that's sick that you got all that. And then on top of that, man, you spent all week and you knocked out all of that stuff. Like, you got that stuff. What, you had it on last Friday?
Acquired it last Friday. Completed the last of the models yesterday.
Yeah, the following Thursday. Right?
Yeah. So just under a week, we got that entire Battle Force, the Regiment of Renown, and got it all done.
Yeah, what was the most pain in the ass there?
Man, I really didn't like putting together the Kinnerai Life Takers, the wing ladies. Wings are always just a pain in the ass when it comes to hobbying, but that I really didn't like. But I have an appreciation for elves and the Daughters of Cain, especially now, because they're so sleek, they're so slim, they're so little sprues to put together. I'm used to these big chunky armory models. It was nice to just be like, oh cool, this is only 5 or 6 sprues and it's just mostly arms, legs, and a head.
Yeah,
it's really nice. I think that it's funny that Daughters of Cain is the sexy army, right? The sultry army. And it's funny because you really feel that because part of the building process is putting that left ass cheek on each fucking elf. Yeah. You're like, now you got a perfect ass. Next one, now you got a perfect ass. Even the avatar of Cain has a perfect ass. I was like, I think Daughters of Cain is the perfect ass army. So if perfect ass makes you acquire models, you're gonna love Daughters of Cain, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. It just got you going. Yeah, you're like, I gotta stop building this.
I was like,
that's why you finished so quick, huh? You couldn't stop building.
I couldn't stop. I was like, I needed to see if every ass is perfect. And let me tell you, they are. I was like, Sisters of Slaughter. Nah, man, this is the Sisters of Thickness.
The thicksters.
Yeah. I was like, dang. I was like, this is why everyone's in a blood trance.
That's awesome, bro. I'm super excited though. That's cool. You guys got to a legit full army. I really personally out of all the stuff you guys, like you said, you got so much fucking shit, man. I really like the Stardrake. The Stardrake is that's like you said, it's that real centerpiece in my opinion. It's when you play Stormcast, you guys got a couple cool ones, you know what I mean? And now I think at this point you have all of them, right?
Yes, I can look through my Stormcast battle tome at all of those War Scrolls and be like, I have this one. I have this one. I have this one.
And that's crazy in Stormcast, you know what I mean? Because that's bro, you have more than some factions.
I feel so Sigmar rich, bro.
Yeah.
I can just I remember building lists with my limited stuff and being like, man, if only I had one more of this, I could reinforce it. Man, if only I had this hero, I could make this combo go off. I literally can just go into my Stormcast horde and be like, well, what do I want to do?
You're building lists based off, you're like, well, I just haven't used him yet, so I'm going to try to get him in here.
There's one unit I need, those Vanguard Paladors, bro.
Yeah, you do. That's the one thing I feel like
I don't have.
I'm afraid, because dude, the second you get them, bro,
it's like the last Infinity Stone.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go again. I leave casual gaming behind. I snap my fingers and I'm just covered in sweat.
There's a certain funk when you walk in.
My glasses become 2 times bigger with a chain on them.
Yeah.
There's certain places you don't want to be in the hobby, you don't want to be a meta chaser, you don't want to be a guy buying everything that comes out, but it like I said, it ropes you in.
It does.
Something's good, you'll want it. Something's flashy, something's stylish, you need to have it. So yeah, temper those feelings, boys. You know what I mean? Reserve those feelings. It's okay to want but not have. That was the problem with this hobby that I'm still struggling with. It's okay to want but not have it, but there's so much I want that I don't have. And this thing keeps growing, it keeps expanding, your understanding of it keeps expanding. And also, you know, when you play with the same toys for a little too long, you're like, I'm gonna play with those ones over there.
Yeah, you do the Woody effect, like, I don't want to play with you.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yeah.
My Stormcaster on the table like, no, Andy!
Out of all the new stuff you got, what was that, like, the coolest thing you think? Like, what are you most excited to use?
It was Ionus Cryptborn, bro.
Yeah, very sick. Yeah, Ionus is dope. The show is a big fan of Ionus Cryptborn. I will say that 100%.
Yeah.
I love Ionus.
I think that Priest and having prayers is a really strong and useful mechanic in Age of Sigmar. I think that the Stormcast prayers are really strong and really useful. And it's just strange that with such a faith-driven army, we don't really have that many priests, and Ionus being the only one that's a 2-prayer priest. And having 2 prayers just feels exciting.
You might have a lot, but the one you got is really good.
You know, we were talking about list crunching just a second ago and acquiring a new big model, and like, you know, you sometimes you got to kill off a few units you love.
Yeah.
Maybe you got to take a unit that was reinforced and break it down to MSU.
Oh, you
But Ionus Cryptborn, brother, 16 health on a 3-up save, bro, and you can give him a 5-up ward with the army rule. It felt more useful than having Praetors and a guy with a bow.
Yeah, that's why when we were like talking over your list, and I was like, the bow guy's cool. And I feel like there's probably lots of great situations where he comes in, you know what I mean? But Ionus, firstly, Ionus seems way more fun. Like, in my opinion, way more fun. Like, do I want to just, like, kind of hide this guy in the back, you know, and, like, fucking bomb, like, heroes from a distance? You're like, it's kind of sick, you know what I mean? It's like, have you ever played Skyrim when, like, you do, like, the rogue run? Where you've got the bow and you're fucking just, like, you're just sniping
Stealth
everybody.
archer.
Yeah, exactly. You're just, like, running through and sniping people. It's like, that's fun. But dude, flying on a dragon and like, oh yeah, I'm coming here to fuck you up. It's like I can't. It's my guy is so cool. I can't hide him.
You remember when Kaiba beat Yugi's grandfather just to rip his blue eyes white dragon in his face? This hobby will take you there, bro.
You're like, I don't relate to Kaiba. It's like, I do now. Now I relate to Kaiba.
You're like, why did you buy 40 True Blades? This hobby will take you there.
You know what you did, Blake. You know what you did. But that's sick. I'm excited to see Ionus. Like, for me, like, as far as like hobbying this week, I didn't do too much like hobbying. I don't know. I've been working on like my Lady of Vines, and she's like, everything's done. I need to base her, and I feel like, I don't know, I got super hyped on my Belthanos base, so I want her base to like look really good. You know? So like my mind is like, you know, almost like there's too many choices like of what I want to do, and I want it to like look good. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I want to make sure I put time and like do it right. Actually, Casey right now is working on like so we have like this like snow topping for like the top part of the basing.
Ooh,
you know
this is something I have not experimented with at all.
So I like the snow a lot. Like we have the mud. I'm just out of the mud, and she just like she put it on like real lightly over like the top of the base, and then hit it all again. Like we have like tons of paint, bro. Like a fuck ton of paint.
Right.
So she hit it all with like brown, and then dry brushed a brown, and then dry brushed another brown on top of it. And I was like, this looks so good. I like this a lot. You know what I mean? It looks really, really good.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I'm gonna try that maybe for her. It looks really, really good. Like, I like the snow. I just don't want her to look like snowy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've tried to like have for my Sylvaneth, I want to have like different seasons.
I love that. Like autumn, spring.
Yeah. And I have a couple like little winter things. I have my Belthanos is a winter base.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I have a Kurnoth winter set, and I like them, but I didn't want her to be. I don't want her to be like maybe like spring. You know what I mean? She's a Lady of Vines. I want her to be fucking dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And then you also have that Grove Guardian to build up, right?
Yeah, I still got to build that. Well, like now, especially we're seeing like this meta, like the 2 priests. I like that. Like we were talking, like maybe I got.
I'm upset that you get the 2 chant priest for 150 points.
No, Grove Guardian is 220.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm not so upset.
War Song is 150. He's the one cost, and he gives you that ward, and you give -1 to ward within 12 inches of him.
I still like War Song. I know you've theory crafted him a lot. He's painted beautifully, bro. You're talking about hobbying.
Thanks.
I know you're getting towards the end of your Sylvaneth army, bro. Like, you're able to now on these last few models just take as much time as you want because everything is done, everything is beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think so too. That's kind of why I am taking my time with these last few units because I only have so much left of Sylvaneth, and then I'm gonna go into something else. And it's one of those I'm excited now because I've done a whole army, a lot of points of Sylvaneth, more than 2,000 points.
Absolutely.
That are battle ready, and it's
I value your army at a few thousand, bro.
Oh, nice. Thank you, man.
I look at it and I'm like, yeah, this is
this is nice, man.
Couple $1,000, bro, if you want this on your tabletop. But yeah, bro, they look so good, and you did such a good job.
Thanks, man. Well, I'm excited. I'm really excited when I start doing my new army. When I get into, I think I'm gonna go into the Seraphon like we've been talking,
Yes.
And I'm excited because it's cool. Now I already have all this experience of how to kind of paint a little bit,
Yeah.
This will it should start, hopefully with my worst looking or my best looking model of Sylvaneth, my worst looking model of Seraphon. You know what I mean? From that skill level to that skill level.
For sure.
So that'll be cool to compare, especially at the end of everything. It's oh, sick. See where I went from this to this.
And you still have more stuff to acquire.
Yes, definitely. There's definitely more stuff to acquire, or that we shouldn't get. We're responsible adults here. We don't get these things. I don't like to show people my closet.
What are these boxes? What are these gray things?
I'll be lucky if they're gray things. It's there's a lot of boxes in there.
Why is it in a 10-gallon Ziploc, and why does it say reinforced?
Well, especially when you go or you go into my garage and you see the Warhammer rack and you're like,
yeah.
The stuff that goes on there is in my closet.
Yeah. I don't have the pile of shame. I have the rack of shame.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's are you selling this? No, this is for me.
Yeah, bro, and then you'll sit in there and you'll look at that and you'll be like, but what do I not have?
Yeah, it is hard. I'm starting to get to the point where it's not a lot.
Not a lot, yeah. I have that.
It definitely pushes me to go get more because it's well, dude, I got it all anyways. I might as well just get this.
Yeah. I only need one more model to complete the range.
That's where the Games Workshop gets you, man. They do they're oh, you get a new book every 3 years, and then it's a new model or two, and you're I have everything everywhere. I might as well just complete the set,
I was they have new poses? I gotta buy the new box.
A different helmet. You're that's literally it. It's just yep, got it. Well, somehow between all this hobby madness and financial irresponsibility, we managed to get some games in this week. Man, you've gotten in a ton of games. I feel since our last episode, it wasn't that long ago we recorded. We played a lot. I played I think 2 games, and you got 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4. Man, I've got Sigmar Fever. Let's talk about some of them. Let's talk about our game, bro, because our game is always training. It's always just 2 buddies hanging out, and there just happens to be a Warhammer game going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. When I see your army in action and I see what it does against my army, I have this false notion in my mind that you're just gonna do well against any army and you're not gonna have any problems. And I gotta learn to temper that because you and I have become really well at playing each other.
Well, it's one of those I've played well against Stormcast, so I expect to show out well against Stormcast.
Yes.
So it's one of those even when my opponent pulls out Stormcast, it is remember you were saying you're oh, I don't actually get too bothered when people pull out. So when it's how a lot of people now you're I've fought these guys a lot.
Yeah.
So it's not there's games there's later I haven't played every army, so it's nice when you get these new experiences against new tables. We've been talking about this whole time variance is a big deal.
Yes.
When we're playing this game.
Yes.
So it's one of those man, if I play the same guy over and over, it's well, just so I'm gonna my win rate is probably higher against that guy than it is against most others.
Absolutely. I always feel in in our situation where you're playing each other so much, you don't even start to kind of lose that. You're I don't even know who the edge player is anymore because now we're just playing at a level where we're just trying to make each other better.
Yeah.
And the wins against each other don't even matter anymore.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't even get to that part of it. But I just love your army right now and where it's at. I love my army and where it's at, bro. I can finally look at what you have down on the table and what I have down on the table in our lists, and I don't feel like, oh, we should have this. Oh, if we had this, it would be better.
Yeah.
I finally got to a place where I'm like, I have everything I want. I have the units I want.
Well, it's one of those where we're like, is this guy worth it to you? Like, I know you got a whole fucking closet full of other shit. You know, like, what is this guy? Let's swap this guy out. It's nice that we can do that now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, what jobs do you need done when we're playing our games? That's kind of what we're filling in now, which is kind of sick.
I love how your Kurnoth Scythe units are just like, no, you stay over there.
Yeah. My Scythes are starting to be like some of my favorites. It just they feel like lazier, you know, because like I don't have to charge.
Yeah.
These guys, what's their job? They sit.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you want to come over here, be my guest.
Yeah.
I'm more than inviting, you know.
Because I've played you so much, I've charged Kurnoth Scythes multiple times. It never pays off in the end. It doesn't matter what you do to try to make it pay off.
You're like, I think I'll do well here. You're like, just statistically.
Every
time I've thought that, it's never worked out well.
But yeah, I just love how I looked at your games throughout the week and I saw that the Kurnoth Scythes were on the table like all the way to the very end. And I was like, it's because they're literally a stop sign. Like, they should have a yellow vest and a big red octagon. They're like, not only do you got to stop, but you got to stay as far away from this as possible.
Like, don't come over here.
And that's not to say that they can't charge a unit and still mess them up. They definitely could, but like, yeah, those impact mortals when you charge into them, it's just horrible. The one command point to get first strike, bro. Like, your army is in a nice spot. Your rules are in a really good spot, and you have everything built and looking immaculate, and you've got the skill, bro. I heard a player say to me recently, like, oh, I don't think I want to play Sylvaneth. I'm not quite getting what I wanted out of them. And I was just like, that's insane, because I just see Robert doing so well, and they're doing so well against me. They're doing so well in the meta.
Yeah.
You know, I look at a Sylvaneth army and I ready up. I make sure I'm being 100% serious.
Yeah. I think that, like I said, I think we got a good book, and it's exciting because I'm hoping, since our books was so good, Daughters was so good, Maggotkin was so good, OBR, I think OBR slept on, but I think it's pretty good. You know what I mean?
It's good. Its sauce isn't obvious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What
you got to do a little more work. I think Lumineth is really good.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah. I think they're all really good books, so I'm hoping these next few books that drop are really good. You know what I mean? I think we've got a real exciting last year of this edition to look forward to. Especially if they have, like, if their big plan is like to blow up the world and do all that shit. Like, bro, you guys got tons of work to do to narratively get there. You know what I mean? Like, I keep up pretty well narratively, like in the actual books. You know, like I read the books. I've read like some of the newer books, and it's like, bro, you guys got so much time to. I feel like you guys got, like, you better fucking solve a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, we got a lot to look forward to in game, hopefully. In my opinion, I think the lore should affect the game, and it does look like that. It seems like everybody's getting stronger. Mm-hmm. Everybody's getting, like, the points are getting cheaper. So they're getting ready to make everybody fuck people up. You know what I mean? Man,
they turn it to one world and change everything and add something new to every army. We're gonna just keep throwing money into this abyss, homie.
Oh man, I hope they don't. It sounds like that's what's gonna happen. It almost feels like it's already been decided. You know what I mean? Like, oh nope, this has been told, and now it's already happened, and it's like, it's one of those I want to see like exactly what happens, you know. But we'll see. Like I said, for now it's been nice. Like, we got this last year. Like I said, all the books are coming in super hot, and everything looks really good.
GHB in July.
Yep. June or July. Well, they were talking about, like, they released one article and it said next month, and then apparently they eroded it to say coming soon. So I'm wondering what that means. Like, are they gonna drop it early? Or did they think, because I feel like it normally drops in the very beginning of July.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I guess it's dropped before at the end of June. I think Scaventide was like June 26th.
Yeah, and for the uninitiated, GHB is General's Handbook. It has your mission packs and your battle tactics and the new rules updated in a small little booklet. And this is around like $50, and again, just part of that acquiring.
Yep, exactly. Well, they're smart. They do like what like Fortnite does, where it's like they do seasons essentially, and it's like, hey, do you want to play the newest, most updated season? Like to update this game, you spend $50.
Man, it seems so far away from those days where we had like the 5 tactic options to choose from, and you just choose it, and then you can't choose it again for the rest of the game.
Oh, it does.
That original handbook, bro.
You pick in the very beginning. You're like, oh, I'm gonna do this battle tactic.
Yeah.
And then
remember, it was like
crazy.
Seize the flanks and seize the center. And
yeah. Jeez,
man,
that feels so long ago.
It feels so long ago. So, and these tactics are about to go that way too. And you know, I say good riddance. I know you're in a place where you like your tactics now, but I say good riddance because I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for something fresh.
Well, speaking of which, let's talk our game because me and you got a game in, right?
Yeah.
That was good. I liked the game. Like I thought that was. It made me feel like my army is a very well-oiled machine against certain armies. Like if you don't have like, at least if I know like what you can do, I know kind of how to move around you.
Yeah, you were getting 20-point turns.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was very nice. I feel like you were like going through and popping a lot of my stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck, I still didn't get to use Belthanos.
Definitely a highlight for me in the game was when I was able to take down Belthanos.
Yeah, that's your favorite thing to do to me. That's ever since we started playing this fucking game.
Yeah, I'm like...
You just like, I'm gonna kill Belthanos. I think people like see him and they're like, he's really good, right? And I'm like, you know, I like to think he's really good. He's got cool stuff. He does cool things. Not for me.
It's that giant
Literally,
grasshopper.
Jesse, I only played a Jesse, and the first thing he does is fucking kill this guy.
For sure.
He'll lose the game, but all he has to do is kill this guy, and he's having a great time. And for me, it's like, fuck.
Yeah. It's almost like taking down an epic hero, a giant model, is almost like a little small victory in itself.
Yeah, I had a moment later in that, exactly like that, later in my other game, and it was that 100% like we'll talk about it later at that time, but it's like very satisfying.
You're like,
it was satisfying, very satisfying.
You're like, that felt as good as a win.
Yeah, exactly.
That felt as good as a win. Yeah, bro. I mean, those Vanguard Raptors with long strike crossbows, I'm gonna keep singing their praises from the top of the mountains. Yeah. I mean, I've seen them shoot down Belthanos. I've seen them shoot down Arcan the Black. I've just seen them shoot just basically any unit they go into, they're deleting. It's just insane that they're this useful and that they're this strong. Blake, what did you do? Why did you put this power in my hands?
That and the pairing them with the Vigilors
to make everything +1 to hit.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's fucking...
Yeah, it feels dirty rolling it out, but like you said, when they lift up Arcan, when they lift up Vordry, you're just like, oh yeah, this is why I did this.
Yeah, you almost like turn off the game, you know? You're like, bro, we could scoop now.
Yeah, you feel like that meme where that guy is like dancing to himself. He's like, ooh. He's like, come on, baby, turn the lights up. You just get hit that zone, baby. Like, you just hit that zone and you feel that just as soon as all of those crit mortals hit. As soon as he fails all those wars, you're just like 16 damage, baby. Hands in the air. Hands in the air. I'm telling you, bro. It's just amazing. So, like, shooting down Belthanos was awesome. But remember, we found out in our game that by turn 3, it didn't matter if I killed 2 units a turn. I couldn't stop you from scoring.
It felt like I was just gonna keep going. I was like, well, no matter what, at the end of the next 2 turns, I'm just gonna bring a guy back. It was one of those, like, we got to the point. I was like, I don't know if I can take all the objectives, you know what I mean? But even then, I might be able to.
I was like, if nothing goes right, you'll score 75 points. That's not a bad place to be.
That's exactly. And it was a ton of fun. I liked that. Like again, it gets, I think when I have space to like kind of move around and then the way that, but depending on how the objectives are.
Sure.
You know, I feel like the 6 objective games are like, even for me, who has a wider army, feels kind of difficult. You know what I mean? Yeah,
6 objectives is a whole different kind of like difficulty setting in my eyes than like a 4 or 5 objective.
Agreed. And then like
the 2 objective ones feel like easy mode, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't done the 2 objective one. I don't think I've done that one yet, where it's like the territories.
I did like 2 objective against Jed, and he was Vanguard. I think that went for your boy.
Yeah. I would like seen that battle plan. Like, can we re-roll this?
Yeah, thankfully that was not in the upcoming teams tournament.
Yeah, that's
but,
not cool.
That was the first. And I think last time I played that one, and it was like, man, you're just like what, 14 inches away from each other?
Yeah.
At all times.
Basically, yeah, and it's like, dude, that's his movement. Yeah, and, you know what I mean? Like, his movement is 12. He's gonna run up to your 3 every single time.
And then double fight. And, it was horrible,
you're just
bro.
fucked.
So
Vanguard, you're fucked.
When playing your Sylvaneth, bro, I think with scouting forces, with restless energy, you're in a good place, bro.
I think restless I can swap out for a couple things. I think it's just like scouting is super hard to score unless you're like good at it. I think you got to kind of train it for a little bit. And scouting, I feel pretty confident at.
Yeah, I felt like I couldn't stop your scouting forces. I felt like I could stop your restless.
Yeah,
I could stop that.
Yeah, that's exactly. I think that's a lot easier to stop. I feel like with scouting, you just have so many units, especially when there's so much coming back. It's like, oh, that is kind of hard.
You gotta have. I feel like the only way to stop your scouting is if you just have a lot of coverage. You know, like a huge demon army. You know what I mean?
Corn. If you're corn,
yeah.
If you're like a bunch of dudes taking up half the table, like you're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, like with me, I have four here and. I have 5 here and 4 in his ear.
Yeah, 5 here, 4 in his ear.
So I can't have the coverage to slow you down. So my game plan when I play your Sylvaneth is just try to keep up and maybe win in the late game.
Yeah, I think I like how your battle tactics switched. I don't know. I think you're pretty good. You also can drop in and just fuck people up right in turn 1.
Yeah, and I feel like I still get that, but at 18 inches now with the Vanguard Raptors.
Yeah. And you can like comfortably drop in. You're like, well, here's 13 inches.
And the things that I was using before to try to like get lucky on a 9-inch charge, or I just spend all these points for heroes to get me a few inches closer. Now I'm just dropping those in front of the Vanguard long strikes, and I'm just like, okay.
Yep.
Now they're bodyguards instead of hammers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're shields instead of hammers. And I like that. I like just like, it was like, I need to get rid of those Vanguard long strikes, but I'm not trying to fight those reclusions. You know what I'm saying? I need to get, so, they're like, I want to try to get into those, but I don't want to go into those annihilators that could give me strike last.
Yeah.
So I've just learned, like, I remember my opponent in my next game we'll talk about now. I was playing OBR with this guy, I believe his name is Colin. He plays over at Gamers Guild. And he was playing the OCR Bone Reapers, and this is an army that I'm personally invested in. I'm financially invested in, and
yeah, you felt like me playing Stormcast. Yeah, like when I play Stormcast.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know Stormcast, but I feel like I play them enough. I probably know them next best than I know any other army.
You know what? I forgot to tell you earlier too. I acquired Arcan the Black.
This motherfucker.
Well, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move past that for now. We'll get to the main
my opponent was playing Arcan the Black, and I was just like, oh, this is a cool model, dude. Just 3 casts, like an attack that has 2 rend and 3 damage. He uses an amazing model. He has kind of like a gimmicky like gamble spell that can like insta kill a unit, which is kind of funny. But yeah, like in my second game, I was able to just drop my Vanguard long strikes, shoot down a unit. They come in, and I usually have my Vigilers as a screen with the quest stores like nearby, and like they can maybe clear out a Vigilar unit, maybe like get me down to 1 or 2 quest stores left. But all that really does is just allow me to get the bow guys back in position. And with Ionus, you can have 2 chance on your hero phase, so if I'm trying to translocate, I'll either bank the first one on a prayer that I know won't go off, like Blessed Weapons, or I'll just chant Sacred Rites, and then on the second cast, same thing, and it just feels broken to be able to pray twice in one turn.
You're just guaranteeing whatever prayer you want to do?
Yes. Yeah. And most of my prayers are going off on 4s or 5s.
I never considered that. I might get that Grove Guardian built up.
Yeah, because you're like, what prayer do I need? It goes off on a 7. Okay, let me Sacred Rites the first one.
Yeah, nice.
All right. Let's say you need to bank more. So there was a situation where I had to do this, right? So I'm trying to get to Blessed Weapons Super Prayer. That's a 10, right?
Yeah.
So I did Blessed Weapons knowing I wouldn't get it off because it had to be a 6.
It's a 6, yeah.
Okay, I've rolled a 5, so I banked the 5. And then I was like, okay, now I'm going to Sacred Rites because there's no way for me to turn that 5 into 10, even if I roll a 6.
Yeah.
So I was like, now I'm going to roll Sacred Rites to bank on top of the bank that I just did. So then I rolled Sacred Rites, got 4 on there. So now I'm like, holy smokes, now I've got 9 in the bank. On my next roll, I just have to roll a 2, and I'm super praying everyone.
Yeah.
And so it felt really good. It's really useful for like spending a CP in the opponent's turn and getting a prayer off. This has been the prayer edition, bro. I feel like chants are really cool, and yeah, you think about that Grove Guardian, bro. It did really well in my game to be able to get my prayers reliably off. And I noticed, because I lost my Lord Veritant, my guy with the blindfold.
Yeah.
I lost him. I lost my Night Judicator, the guy with the bow, and I lost my Praetors. The Praetors existed to give the bow guy a 5-up ward, and then the Veritant was my priest. But now I get all of that in one model that can move, 12 inches, that can teleport himself as well as other units, and has a really strong attack profile.
And he has access to all the prayer lore, which you guys have a great prayer lore.
Yes.
And then he does the soul burn. Yeah, no, he's a great tool. That's why I think he's a way better tool. I think he's a great swap that you made it.
Yes.
What effect did he do in your game? Like, keep going in your game because you were playing. I remember there was one point where I turned around and he had triaxes, right? The bows.
Yes.
And I turned around and I was like, oh, that looks like a shitty unit to fight. And because we were playing right behind each other, Yeah. I go back to my game and then I turned back around and I was like, what did those guys do? And he's like, oh, they're still alive. And there was like 3 of them, I think, left.
Yeah. So in my list, I'm running, 2 units of Vigilors and a reinforced unit of Vanguard Hunters with bows. And it was that deployment, I believe it's called Passing Seasons.
Okay, yeah, where it's cut in the corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we played the fucking.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. No, it was the 6 of them, and you could draw a line between them, and then do the D3s.
Creeping corruption,
right? Yeah. So what happened to him was he moved up against my army, right?
So now we need a new GHB.
I teleported the Raptors out the way that I do, leaving him to just fight the Vigilors and the Questor, and. While everything was there, I flew Ionus up, next to Bastion Carthalos, so that I could all-out attack for free with Ionus, with Bastion Carthalos' ability.
Super. I don't know if, when you're reading that War Scroll, that free all-out attack thing, it's as cool as you think it is. It's actually way cooler.
Yes. Yes. So for those uninitiated,
especially if you shoot,
the Stormcast Eternals have a hero named Lord Bastion Carthalos, and this unit lets you move 3 infantry at the deployment phase. This unit lets you, as a passive ability, whenever you declare all-out attack within 12 inches of it, that it's just free and costs no CP. So you can use it in your shooting phase, you can use it in your combat phase, you can use it in your opponent's combat phase. So it's a CP farm, and it's just amazing. And Bastion Carthalos, bro, for the very first time, hit for 16 damage.
Jesus. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Is it with the gun or with the attack?
With his hammer.
Jeez.
So it's 4 attacks with crit auto wound, and it's Ren 2 damage 4.
So you just had Sigma.
So I hit 1 crit and 3 hits and then 3 wounds. They all wounded because it's going to be 3s and a 2s. Natural scroll, right? 3s and 2s, but they were hit by Vigilors.
Yeah, so
now it's 2s and 2s.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So I did 16 damage, cleared a whole unit of Cavalos Death Riders that were already pretty beat up, shot down Arcan. His game plan was in the tank. He had a reinforced unit of Morghast Archai kind of off to the side, and I think that's kind of where he messed up. He probably should have had them backing up his infantry or his Cavalos Death Riders. That's where the real damage is in the army. It's in the Morghasts.
Yeah.
For the Cavalos Death Riders, they can do some damage. He was running them as a reinforced brick, which I disagree with. I think that you should run them MSU, but he had Arcan the Black, Liege Cavalos. I'm sorry, no, Lord Cavalos Xanthos.
Xanthos,
yeah, Xanthos, the Liege Mortec.
Yeah, the hero that runs with them, right?
Yeah, the named Mortec. He gives them +1 damage on the charge. That's how they. That's what. And then he had the Liege Mortec, which lets the Mortec triaxis fire if he is in combat, and then the reinforced Archai. A really good and really strong list. I just think maybe deployment wasn't well, and I was just able to, by turn 3, clear out a lot of his major, crucial units. And it was at that point my opponent was hey, it's been a long day. I think I'm just going to call it here. And, he gave me the win. And, thanks for the good game, Colin. Don't give up on the OBR, bro. They're amazing. And, I'm reading up on them and seeing you play them. I believe I saw Griffin playing them. I saw another... Another girl, I don't know her name, but she was playing over in the far corner. She was playing OBR.
We saw a bunch of OBR yesterday.
Yeah, I think I saw like 3 or 4 OBR out there on the table, and it just filled my heart with joy because I was just like, oh my god, OBR! Everyone said their book was shit, and nobody wanted to play them. But yeah, I disagree. I think we're gonna see a surge in OBR players. The Army's just too damn cool, bro. You know me, I love armor. I love super elite. Yep. You know what I mean? I hate flesh.
Yeah.
I hate painting flesh.
I feel like I don't want to do that.
So, I was like, I'm going to have Stormcast if they didn't have any skin or organs.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Instead of steel, it's bones.
It's bones, yes. And, when you start acquiring models in this hobby, you can't help but, read their lore, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's just on the War Scroll. You can't help but read the lore a little bit.
Agreed.
And I've been recently listening up and hearing lore about Vok Mortian.
No, Vok Mortian is cool.
Yeah, he's the one who brings you the bone tithe and tells you how much bones he wants. And I just think that's so cool. And I have the model, and he's painted up nicely. And I just feel so good that we can finally start transferring some of this to the tabletop. But yeah, that was my game too, against OBR and against Colin. A nice major victory for the Stormcast Eternals. What about your game too?
Nice. My game I played against Blake. He's that guy. He was on, what was it on? Oh, Rolling Recklessly. He was on there.
Yeah.
Blake.
He said he paints with his fingers, right?
Yeah. No, it's more like Bob Ross.
Oh, he's the Bob Ross of Warhammer.
He is the Bob Ross of Warhammer.
Okay.
I remembered, that was the one thing I remembered.
It was that or Chris Angel.
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah. No, it was Samurai Jack.
Oh, that's right. He's a Samurai Jack.
Yeah. So Bob Ross or Samurai Jack of Warhammer. But I played him, man. Super good game. I'm excited to play a lot more with Blake. He's definitely gonna be one of those dudes we can sit there and play with regularly. I enjoyed it a lot. He was running Soulblight Gravelords.
Yeah.
My first time I was being anointed to the fucking Soulblight Gravelords, which I know they were running the meta last year. They were doing really good.
Yeah.
What I love about Blake's army, the army he brought, his whole style is he's not running what everybody else is running.
Yeah.
Which is that's that's on brand for me. That's
he's anti-meta.
Yep. I feel the same exact way. I don't want everyone to be doing the same thing I'm doing.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to be doing the same thing everything else is doing. And his army, bro, it's just True Blade spam. It's 4 units of True Blade. It's the 2 units of the Barrow Knights, and then one of the heroes that runs with the Barrow Knights. Those are the Skeleton Knights, not the Blood Knights, the Skeleton Knights.
Okay.
And then he also had Vordry. And then there's this monster thing that's I forget her name. It's a female. It's centaur, demon type thing. I think.
Jeez.
Vangorian Lord.
That's the Vangorian Lord?
Yeah.
Vango and Chain is what
That's
what
yeah, Vango and Chain, yeah. So I played against that, and again, that's my first time playing Soulblight, so it was a lot of fun. His army was it was super fun to play against. He had I think it's the Bacchanal of Blood
yeah.
battle formation, which gives the vampires, if they charge, they get +1 to wound. If they don't, they get +1 to cast. I thought that was super sick.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he was telling me when I was asking him about his Soulblight stuff, he's like, yeah, I mostly played skeletons, and I was like, why would you go into the army playing skeletons? There is a whole cool skeleton army,
yeah. The OBR.
Yeah, and it's the skeletons are the minions in this army. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're.
But he had the Barrow Knights, right?
Yeah, he had the Barrow Knights, and what's cool about the Barrow Knights, I can see why they're super good. He even told me no matter what damage you put into them, they're not going to do anything unless you kill all of them, basically. And
yeah.
One comes back at the end of the turn, and one comes back in the hero phase.
Jeez.
Both turns. You know what I mean?
God.
And it's just so you literally got to go in and pop them. They all have a 3-up save. 5 or 6-up ward, I believe. I think maybe they have a 6-up ward, and the hero has a 5-up ward with a 3-up save.
Wow.
The hero, I think, does the chain fighting nonsense. Probably a couple other buffs.
Wow.
He was cool and told me about that ahead of time. I did kind of know that about them because that was one thing I questioned. I was like, dude, no Blood Knights? Blood Knights I think are the heart of the army. No Blood Knights? He's like, nope. Fuck the Blood Knights. And I was like, all right, cool. All right.
Wow. Yeah, going against the grain.
Yeah, no, I loved it. But then I see why, man. I sent in, since I was smart, I sent in only Dryads, and I pick it, just shot at him with the Gossamer Archers. Basically got free movement out of the Gossamer archers. Which,
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's literally all it was I was getting free movement and like bouncing back and forth with the Gossamids.
You got to go first.
I got to pick who goes first for the first time. Yes, I did not go first.
Oh, you gave it straight away?
I did. It was very strange because I never get to choose. You know what I mean? He was 3 drops. I was 3 drops.
Wow.
So and then I won the roll, and I was like, oh, I'll be attacker. And then I just set up super defensively. And I was like, you can go first.
Oh, wow.
That way, because I know his army's a little bit slower. But he played it really smart. He went first. He moved up a little bit, his guys up a little bit. He ran the skeleton guys, the horses right in the middle on the objective. Mm-hmm. He got that. And then for my turn, I pushed the dryad, yeet the dryads up, teleported 1 unit of dryads of revenants in the back where I dropped the tree.
Sure.
I did the Drycha charge into what did I run her into? I don't remember. I remember at one point he had Vordry in the back, and his Vordry he had it like all castled in between True Blades. Which, if you don't know like the sauce on True Blades, bro, they just wreck you. Especially if you're a monster, they wreck you. Jeez. It's like 8 models, two hits a piece on 7 of them. One of them is like a werewolf, and he can give out strike last on the 4-up.
Jeez.
And then the other 7 have 2 hits, 3s and 3s, which definitely, like, especially if they're against monsters, goes as 2s and 3s. Yeah, and then if they charge, they're now 2s and 2s.
Jeez.
1 rend or 2 rend, 2 damage, though, so they hit hard. And then the werewolf, was enough to clean up a lot of stuff. Very beginning, he moved his stuff up. I did the run and charge on my swords, my Kurnoth swords. Okay. Ran the Kurnoth swords into the back. I got a really good charge, so I ran them right into the back, and I forgot that Vordry can just pile in.
Yeah, pile in.
And not in combat. He did tell me that fully ahead of time, and I just didn't think about it.
For sure.
And he piled them in, and I was dumb, and I ran the Kurnoth into 2 units of the True Blades.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So I was like, that was dumb. He lasted around for a long time. That the last one, he couldn't kill him, lived with 1 life left.
Wow, the Kurnoth?
Yeah, it was the last Kurnoth.
Well, they're 5 health each?
Yeah, and it was nice. He pinned him in. He pinned in 3 of his units with that 1 Kurnoth. And I was able to teleport Durthu, the sides, Drycha all in, and then go in and thankfully that killed his Vordry. And it was that feeling like you said, like how you felt when you killed Belthanos. It was I killed Vordry. I could see you Blake looked at me like, you motherfucker, you killed my Vordry.
Got your ass.
Yeah, and it was just like nice. Like I got him.
Losing a big ass hero could feel like game over in your mind.
Yeah. Well, he still did really well. He was really good about like flooding the board pretty well. We got to a certain point. I think it was like the top of turn 3. It was already getting kind of late. I mean, we even stayed and bullshitted probably for like another hour, anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was at that point. The way I could only see things is I was gonna maybe score 8 points per turn. Yeah. And he was gonna max out, so he was probably gonna get 75, 80 points. You know what I mean?
He was.
I think he would have got 78. So it was
a good game for Blake.
Yeah, super good game for Blake. Blake is like he's actually a very good player. He does kind of shut on himself a little bit, and he's a very good player. He's just very humble. But I had a great game playing him. It was a lot of fun. I'm happy that was like my good little warm up into Soulblight. I'm excited. We're definitely going to get more games in with Blake. He's one of those players when you play with him, like it's fun. Like, I'm going to play you again. Like, you're the kind of player I am looking for ideally. You know what I mean? And there's some players that's not kind of how it is.
Yeah, so when it comes to learning this game, it's really important that you find really chill and fun people to play with. Like Blake. Like a lot of the people who come to Friday nights at Gamers Guild, to a lot of people in House of Hobbies and Strike Glass Gaming and all these other communities that we've, got to interact with. And it's just there's gonna come a time where you fight, your quote-unquote challenging opponents. You know what I'm saying? You're really serious players who are just in it for the challenging meta. Brush those games off. It really means nothing in the end.
Well, on top of that, like, especially when you're playing, some people are really good. Yeah. You're going to learn. You're going to learn something. Like, all the people who I've played have been really good. Super, like, who beat me, been, like, they've been really good. I've learned, like, better from them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. There can be a lot of lessons in the defeats. There's a lot of, like, you learn about yourself and about the game and what not to do just from making awful decisions, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can make good decisions. Actually, I totally forgot. We since we didn't record we recorded before we went last week. I played against Colt too. I forgot about that game.
Oh, that's right.
That was a super fun game.
Talking about challenging opponents.
Yeah, talk about challenging opponents. That was a great little transition that happened there. Colt, man, played. He's like definitely. That was a lot of fun playing that guy. We showed up and I didn't have a game scheduled, and he was there. And I've actually been trying to play against him. He's I don't know if you guys keep track of like a BCP or anything. Like he's up there. He's a very good player.
Yeah.
He plays with some of the best in the world. I believe he came in 23rd at Masters last year. So
wow.
Very adept player.
Yeah.
And on top of that, man, super nice guy. Like, there's certain, like, I like seeing, like, especially really good people, like, succeed. You know what I mean? And he is, like, a perfect, like, bro, I see him, and it's, like, the way he's doing things, like, bro, sick for you. I'm very hyped. Like, and then on top of that, bro, super great Age of Sigmar player. He has, like, multiple armies, which he knows very well. He knows the game very, very well.
His Stormcasts were beautiful. It was like a hood conversion.
Yeah, he had the Diablo theme.
Yeah, everything was hooded, and his Knight Zeros looked like Azrael from Diablo 3.
Yeah, he had the cool wings. That's what I liked. Yeah. He swapped out the wings, and they were like Diablo wings, and they looked super legit.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool scheme. He was running the Ruination Brotherhood, too, so, like, not a common, like, battle trait in army, like...
Yeah, the Army of Renown. Yeah. And it was a lot of reclusions. A lot of Knight Quester Sworn. That's it.
Yeah, he said 18, like, reclusions and 12 Questor.
Yeah, that's
a lot.
Exactly what it was.
That's a lot.
But that was a super, super fun game. That was a game I felt like I learned a lot that game. Just by, like, playing with him. And I learned that, like, especially against, like, Stormcast, man, I just felt like I know his army very well.
Yeah.
That's why it was so weird playing the Army of Renown, because it's like, hey, man, you could do this. He's like, no, we don't get that.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
I don't think I've ever run the Army of Renown against you.
That's weird. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Really? You know, like, I'm not a fan of the Army of Renown. Like, it's cool. It seemed pretty cool, but I just think like Stormcast has so many cool rules that you have access to. Your prayer lore itself is really cool.
Because that 5-up ward from Ruination Brotherhood has saved my ass so many times, I can't not take it. I almost feel like we have one army rule out I'm willing to take. It's that 5-up ward.
Yeah, it is pretty nice. The one that you can pass around, right, to all the units.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And even a raw 5-up ward. Carthalos is a 5-up ward. He warded 8 attacks with that, bro. Like, I'm not saying this is going to happen every time, but it can happen.
Yeah, it can happen.
But yeah, so how did it go? Like, I know it was a close game between you two, right?
Yeah, it was actually, no, it was really close. It ended 69-70.
Wow.
Yeah, so very, very close. It was way closer than I expected it to be. Especially, like, again, very adept player, so I was happy. It did tell me, like, I know Stormcast really well.
Yes, you do.
And then it did tell me, like, I know my army really well.
Yes.
That was one thing I felt like the machine was going, you know what I mean? He did really good, and the fact that I scored 69 against one of, like, the top players, I felt very, very good about, to be perfectly honest.
And I mean, come on, man, 69 points? Let's go.
What did Blake say? That's objectively a better score.
Yeah, it's objectively a better score.
So that was a super fun game. Super, super cool dude. Colt is an awesome guy. I would love to have him on the show, pick that guy's brain, just see, like, what all the, like, cool knowledge that we can take from him, to get better and suck in and just go in and just unmercilessly dish it out to people.
Yeah, I mean, it must be nice to be such a sure player, you know what I mean? Like, I go into every game, I'm relatively sure of myself, but there's still a bit of, like, a part of me that's kind of winging it. That's kind of formulating my strategy, like, as the game unfolds. I hope that, like, one day I can have it more, like, thought out in my mind, you know what I mean? Like, like Light from Death Note, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, just be 5 steps ahead.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely, he's very composed.
Yeah.
When you play against him, especially even in the tournaments, he seems like totally chill.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm going in pretending to be chill, You know, like he, I think, is actually very chill. Like he's very fine. He's totally cool with this. Like, oh man, I feel like I've like my mind is kind of racing, and he's like, nope, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this.
I'm having like the anime monologue in my head. I'm like, no, he crushed my Questor. What am I gonna do now? I don't have the power to overcome this.
Sigma. But super fun game. I'm hoping to play that guy again. I know he's got a nasty fucking team lined up for this next House of Hobbies tournament we're playing in, the 5-man, and it's. I like his mission. His mission is he's inviting like some of the top players in the country, and they're being on his team. Which I mean, that sounds. I want to play against them. You know what I mean? But fuck.
Oh man. Intimidating levels of competition now.
Yeah, so that's exciting. But his plan is like, if he can get them to show up, and then we have a great time. You know, that they bring their teams down here. And I think, I mean,
wow,
that's a sick idea. Like, especially if we can do like a big Arizona, like, you know, GT. Like, if we don't have like a big thing like that, like not like LVO or like all these other places.
Yeah,
it'd be sick if we could do one. I know Adepticon's huge.
Sure.
I think there's like a big one they do down in Texas.
Yeah,
like Lone Star or something. It would be sick if we had one. Yeah. So that would be awesome if we can get that. So I love that plan of his. As painful, I think, for everybody as that's going to be at the tournament. But I'm excited. How about you? I know you got more games than two. You played, don't you? You're in the Path to Glory at Hobby Forge, right?
That's right. I had a Path to Glory game. Hey, guys, if you haven't tried out Path to Glory, give it a try. It's narrative campaign. It's very lax. The rules are a little bit convoluted. The path system's a little bit hard to understand. But find yourself a chill group, and I've been participating in the Hobby Forge Path to Glory. I played against a man by the name of Smigs, and he was Cities of Sigmar.
Nice.
And our battle plan, I don't remember what it's called, forgive me, but basically it was this. It was a horseshoe deployment on the short edge of the battlefield, okay?
Okay.
And in the middle of this horseshoe, at dead center of the board, is, we'll call it a football, all right? It's a Gyranian relic. And the idea of the mission was to get within an inch of it, or 3 inches of it. And then if you're not in combat, you roll 3d6. If you are in combat, you roll 2d6. But at the end of your turn, you roll those dice, and then you can kick it that distance. And if you can get it into the opponent's deployment zone, and the turn ends, you win the game.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a really interesting format.
Yeah,
like a game.
It was definitely weird, and there was a point where my opponent had me beat. He had got the ball over into my territory, and the game was about to end. And Path to Glory has a funny rule where in the fourth battle round you roll a dice. If it's a 1 or a 2, the game ends, and so he would be declared the winner. If it's a 3 or higher, then the game continues for a fourth battle round.
Is that all the Path to Glory games?
I don't know if it's all of them, but that's how it rolled out in this one. Okay, and then so we played another turn. I was able to get the ball into his territory, and then I had to roll and hit just a 3 or 4. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then in the fifth battle round, it would have been a 5 or a 6. And
that makes sense. Okay.
So there can be a sixth battle round in Path to Glory.
But you happen to get the ball in his territory and finish it.
And then finish it at the fifth battle round, and I was able to claim a major victory. And what's cool about Path to Glory is you're upgrading your hero, you're upgrading your units, and you're getting like points, and you have to kind of tally them out. Your units are getting battle damage. And eventually, when they get enough battle damage, they'll get battle scarred. Then they'll have some kind of like ability attached, or some kind of like something attached to being battle scarred.
So that's pretty cool.
It's really
like
cool.
A buff or a debuff or whatever.
I compare it to like an evolutionary card game. You know what I mean? Where like you start off with this stock stuff, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. And I've seen my hero grow. And I painted him myself, and I was playing Smigs and his Cities of Sigmar list. He had Cavalier Marshall Mathers and Dr. Dreyfus.
Solid name choice.
Cool and funny dude, and he had a bunch of Cavalier Knights. You've been through that. You know dealing with that is like. Shout
out Schmigs and his Marshall Mathers and Dr. Dreyfus.
Dr. Dreyfus, yeah. He had the Gargant that has the guy in the sniper nest on his back.
Yeah, that gives them +1 to hit or -1 to hit.
He had 2 units of steel helms and then like the Alchemist Warforger. So he had a really good list, and I was running my hero, who's a Lord Templar on a Gryph-stalker, one I created for Path to Glory.
I personally really like your hero. You chose the sick dude. Like, the build you have is pretty cool. I love he's got like the lion like helmet, right? Like,
absolutely,
it's super dope.
If you listeners haven't checked out Path to Glory, go to the back of your battle tome. It has to be in your battle tome, like the physical one. You can look it up online too, but look at your Army's Path to Glory paths, look at how you create a hero, just kind of like look into it, read into it. It's a really fun game mode. We're playing a lot competitively these days, so I wanted something that I could play a little more casually, that I could, like, you know, write some lore to. I love writing lore. I love hearing about other people's armies and their hobbying, so it's just been a cool opportunity to not only just meet other Sigmar players, but just kind of tell them about the podcast, tell them about my experience. Path to Glory, 100% recommend it. But yeah, it's funny, like, after playing all these battle plans and having all these tactics, like, the game boiling down to kickball.
Yeah, that's it. Didn't matter. Like, whoever could die.
Yeah, so it's you know, it's funny, like, we're just like, why are the Stormcast and the cities of Sigmar gathering in a field to kick a ball around? And we have to write lore behind that. Yeah, so
it was the annual kickball meetup. The Stormcast bullied us again.
Yeah, Stormcast bullied. Dr. Dreyfus left hand in hands. but it's just
it's literally like the little giants, you know, like going in there against like those giant dudes, you know.
Yeah.
Like, well, you're never gonna win that.
And it's funny too, because I've actually played a lot of Cities of Sigmar, believe it or not. Like, I've played them in the tournaments, I've played them casually. You know, I really like, you know, the topic of this episode is like armies we shouldn't get into, armies we shouldn't buy into. There's been so many times where Cities was waking me in the face. You remember that Battle Force box where it was like you get both the Spearheads in one box?
Yes.
And Talia?
Yep.
Like, you would have to be like retarded not to like want that. Like, if you're a Cities player and you saw that box.
Well, especially what book comes out next week. Cities comes out next week.
Yep.
Cog Forts.
Yep.
Cog Forts has been non-stop talked about, like, at least in our chat. Like, I'm sure online too, it's been going off. I haven't really read through their rule set. I did see Season of War dropped a battle report this morning.
Oh, with the Cog Fort?
With the Cog Fort. The Cog Fort versus the New Skaven.
Members only?
No, I think it's just everybody's.
Oh!
It's not members only. I do get the members only stuff. But
I do know. You're a big supporter, bro.
Yeah, I love Seasons.
I love Seasons of War too, bro. I watch their battle reports to learn about, like, Daughters of Cain. Yeah. I watch them to learn about Sylvaneth. You know, Jordan's a big Sylvaneth player.
Yes, exactly.
So it kind of reminds me of you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying, man. Hopefully.
You're Jordan and I'm Ridge.
Yes, exactly. He plays David.
I gotta get a suit.
Yeah, just show up in the suit.
Yeah.
I love it.
One time I saw him in like a Team Poland jersey with a headband.
Yeah, he always wears. He'll like so like those guys all get like the jerseys and swap them at like when they go to like the big meetups.
We need our jerseys.
Yeah, we need to get Rolling Reckless jerseys. Hopefully, we're looking at what House of Hobbies tournament coming up. We got to do our theme, but I want to be in Jersey Day too.
I want to be in jerseys, bro. I want to be in jerseys.
I've already got some like mocked up. We just gotta basically just price it out and then send it in. See how quick it'll get here.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
And how about for our teammates, since they're in the House of Hobbies, we give them a patch.
No, like a Rolling Recklessly patch.
Yeah,
that'd be one. Like,
and we're like, hey, we know you guys aren't Team Reckless, but right now, here's your honorary patch.
Yeah.
Or we give them a little sticker badge.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I wonder. We'd have to look into the logistics of that.
Look at the logistics of that.
That at least it sounds super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going into Cogforts though. Going into cities, which is like a. Dude, huge, like, especially right now. It's a big time. I think they're a pretty cool army. I like the Cogforts, I guess. Like, I want to make my own. I'm waiting until this phase cools off, you know, this phase. Because people are going Cogfort crazy.
I'm waiting for those people who have Cogfort buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
50% MSRP already built.
And primed.
I've been spoiled.
Yeah. Once you built it and primed it and you're ready to sell it because you're frustrated, let me know.
Yeah. You're never going to play this game. Just sell it to me.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, well, before you built it, I kind of want to do like my own conversion.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But I will say it is one of my favorite things about this hobby is that when like somebody, really takes their army and kind of makes their own version of it, just like how Colton did earlier. He did the cool Diablo fucking Stormcast. So sick. You know what I mean? His whole force just kind of had that sick energy.
Dripping that swag goo.
Yeah. So I liked it a lot though. That's kind of like how army projects like start, is like you're building your own thing, you find one thing that's really cool, you find a model you like, maybe a paint scheme.
Sure.
Maybe you have like one super cool, awesome game,
Yeah.
that you like, and that's kind of how you like get into things. And then, over time you start daydreaming, like for me, like I'm like, what is the price of this model going for? You know what I mean? That's kind of how it starts. Is you're looking like, that's not realistic. I'm not actually gonna do this.
Right.
But if I were to do this, I saw eBay had Archeon for $120. Already built, already primed.
Already primed.
This is all just hypothetical. I would never ever do anything like that.
That's financially irresponsible.
Yeah,
bro.
that sounds like
You got a family, Robert.
So let's get into our main segment of talking about armies that maybe we secretly want to start, even though we probably shouldn't.
Step works.
Different armies tempt you for different reasons. Sometimes it's the lore, sometimes it's the models, sometimes it's the playstyle, and sometimes it's one centerpiece model that catches your attention overnight. Because I think every hobbyist has this. The army that they love lore-wise, the army that they're obsessed with visually, and the army that looks just insanely fun to play. And even if it's realistic, starting an army is probably the last thing that I should be doing. So today, instead of pretending that we have self-control, we're going to break down the armies we secretly want to start, and exactly why they tempt us. For me, I think the army that tempts me the most lore-wise is definitely the Lumineth. They're fun gameplay. They look fun gameplay-wise, and probably one of the armies I should stay away from. But lore-wise, I absolutely love them. Teclis's lore is super sick. I don't know if you know anything about their lore. They live in Hysh. They're like the Sun Elves. They have like a really like complicated culture. Their lore is actually really awesome. Especially like obviously, I shout it out all the time. Like I'm an elf guy.
Yeah.
And their lore as far as like the elves go is like. It traces back from the Warhammer Fantasy Elves, like all the way down to Teclis and Tyrion. So sure. I think lore-wise, theirs to me, it just seems like they have heroes that are super cool. The models are really cool, you know what I mean? But their lore tells like such a vast story. Nagash is like on in like this Warhammer death.
Sure.
Yeah. And that's from Teclis. You know what I mean? And I think Teclis is also like slowly succumbing to like a Warhammer death as well because like Nagash touched him.
Right.
I don't remember exactly what it is. Yeah, but I really like their lore. Obviously Teclis has a big influence on like what's going on as far as like the elves are concerned. I'm just like I really want in the lore for them to bring Tyrion, like give him like a chance to shine. That's his brother, who's like. Cool. They're both like big parts of like the old world. I don't know if you know that. Super big parts of the old world. They were like supposed to be like the kings, essentially them and like Malarion, who was like another elf who was supposed to be the Shadow Elves that they haven't like really shown through too much into yet. Like, but same with they haven't shown anything into Tyrion, and I want his model to come out. So I'm hoping he gets like something sick.
Yeah,
but that's like one of the armies I really like their lore wise. What about you? Do you have any like lore army that you really like?
Just to kind of echo your like love of elves, and typically I don't go for elves, but ever since my girlfriend started playing Daughters of Cain, and I've been building those units, and she's been sharing the lore with me on Marathi and all the different layers of the Cainite cult and how ruthless they are, and how Marathi has basically just like manipulated her way into godhood. I think it's a really cool army. I really like their lore.
I like how your lore ties in a lot with the lore I picked too. That's sick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good choice. Good choice.
The elves just have some of the deepest, richest lore. You know, I feel like in any fantasy setting, elves are absolutely essential. When they're not in a fantasy setting, it almost feels like they're missing something. Like, well, where the hell are the elves?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, especially in this setting. This setting specifically, I think they're really cool because the way it first came down is like how all the beings were created in this game.
Yeah.
Was first there's like chaos. You know, chaos was around, and then there's like essentially like the Slan. You know, and the Slan were there first, and they fought chaos, and they were from like the oldest civilization that we know of. You know what I mean? So they would be considered like the gods. And over to fight chaos, they created beings. The first ones they made were the Seraphon.
Right.
The Seraphon, they're really cool, but they couldn't like breed, and all the ones that they made were like, you know, that was all that's ever made.
Right.
And chaos is like never stopping.
Right.
Right.
So it's a finite solution to an infinite problem.
Yes. And so they continued with other problems. Like they also had other problems. Like they wanted them to be more like sentient being, or like, is that what that would be?
Yeah.
Like they had like more free will, you know, because like the Seraphon are literally just made to fight chaos until a certain point when they have like this outbringing, like this like growth. But so they created the elves. The elves are the next best race that they made. Mm-hmm. But the elves have their own problems where like they obsess with like perfection.
Yeah. And
they also have a hierarchy which encourages them to do kind of bad shit, you know.
Right, for sure.
Which is how you get, you know, Marathi.
Right, you get corruption.
Yeah, that's why I like the elves. That's why I think they're my favorite of all like the lore kind of stuff.
Absolutely, but aesthetic wise, like if I'm looking at an army just because I think they look cool and I want to buy them for that reason alone, I'm looking at those Iron Jaws, man. I'm looking at the...
That was your pick for aesthetic-wise?
Aesthetic-wise are those pigs.
Yeah, that was my pick for aesthetics. So it's crazy. I like them a lot. I don't feel like destruction is like represented enough. In my opinion. So it's like one of those like, cool, you don't see a bunch of them on the table, but every time you see them, like, dude, those are sick.
When you see that Maw Crusher and all those pigs, bro, you can't feel like, man, I want that.
Yes.
That's freaking sick.
100%. I think the same thing. Like you get the Cabbage Dragon, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, dude, that guy's sick. And then even like your like little like infantry guys, they look cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ard boys, super dope.
Super cool, yeah.
Their lore too
those
is pretty
tusk
cool.
masks are so cool.
But I love the way they look. They just, I don't know, for destruction, that's my favorite like look of destruction.
Yes, absolutely. You know, no disrespect to the Cruel Boys. You know, I like all the jagged imagery, but there's just something about a hulking like orc brute. I just love that, dude.
If I was gonna go orcs, like why not be the jacked one? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like you're already gonna be really dumb. Like that's fine. I want to be the jacked one that wants to break shit.
The juiced up one.
The one who punches his armor into shape. That's what the Ard boys are. They punch their armor into shape.
Yeah, I just like I love their aesthetic, bro. It's an army I should not buy a single model for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because I feel like you buy one little unit of pigs.
Yeah.
It's over.
yeah, exactly. Like I know you got your little taste in there with you have the Spearhead, right?
Yeah, with the Spearhead, and it's funny because Allie's sister just learned how to play the game today with that Spearhead.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay, very nice.
So something tells me like the conversation of her taking that over from me is probably going to come up.
Yeah,
which I'm okay with because I have so much. I'm trying to get more people on.
Yeah, no, 100% fair.
But man, we were talking about battle forces earlier in the episode, like that one that came with the Mega Boss on the Maw Crusher,
yes,
and the pigs and the ragers. Like, come on, like you look at that and you the money starts percolating in your pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
The debit card starts slipping out of the wallet.
You're not going to be there very long. I love them. They're super sick. I love the way that they look. What about for like play style? How do you have a favorite army that you like play style wise?
I want to fucking run that Varangard double fight, double fuck your life list.
You motherfucker! You stole my last one too.
Yeah,
Varangard is that's 100%.
I want to try it.
Yeah, that's one of those like. That's good. We both know like 100%. We shouldn't buy this.
Yes.
We definitely don't need to buy this.
We already have so much, so it's no small coincidence that we both chose the same thing as the topic for like what we want and what we shouldn't buy.
Yeah,
because it's the one thing that's lacking in both of our shit. But we shouldn't buy it, bro.
No, yeah,
you shouldn't buy it.
As far as gameplay too, it just you could just seem like you can just turn your mind off. You know, there's only one other army that I think besides I'll give you Slaves to Darkness. if you pick that one for yours, I'm gonna pick Sons of Bahamut.
I'm surprised it wasn't IDK. But I guess you have that army.
I already have IDK. Yeah.
We don't have any Gargants, bro.
That's why we don't have any Gargants. Eric has the Man Crusher mob. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we got a little taste of it.
So we got a taste of it. That's
but that
not
Spearhead
the
was
same.
Well, that Spearhead was not good.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not bad. It's just hard when everyone has so much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just not enough.
And I feel like those mini Gargants, they are giving me that full Gargant satisfying feeling. I'm looking
exactly.
for. I want that Gate Crusher.
Yes, I want to hit you with the King Broad.
Yeah, King Broad. Yeah,
I want to hit you
Beast
with that
Smasher.
smack. And it's one of those like, I get it's 4s and 2s. I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I want to roll them anyways. I think I would go with King Broad for playstyle.
You see somebody, they have 5 giant models on the table that are painted immaculately. You can't help but be like, that could be me.
Yeah. Well, it's like, dude, it's only 5 models.
Yeah.
$560 models.
Yeah, bro.
I even priced this out.
Limited supply.
Yeah, that's
Limited supply, maximum cost. And you're talking about hobbying, bro? Like, that's an endeavor.
yeah. I like. They're very cool too, man. Like they're just. Like I said, it seems like you could just turn your brain off when you're playing. You know what I mean? Like you got to do a little bit of strategizing, but you're like, man, I'm going out here and I'm gonna have a fun time.
Yeah, 36 wounds, 10 control,
and like however much damage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even know how much damage. I know they smack hard.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because it's like they say the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I know that a lot of Gargant armies struggle, against armies with a bunch of shooting.
Yeah.
Can't kill what you can't get to.
True.
So
I think they still move like 10 inches too.
Yeah.
So it's like.
It's funny too because there's armies within the stuff that we possess that I can't wait to see, bro.
Yeah, we still have a lot of stuff that's why we know I can't buy any more armies.
Bro.
That's because I have plenty of armies that I need to get through first, and I just didn't finish it. I feel like I'm coming to a real strong end to my last army. Of the last of Sylvaneth.
Yeah.
So I can jump into a new army. Before I do that, I want to make sure I have my next.
Do you even have a model off the top of your head? If I cut you a blank check, you'd be like, I'm buying this kit today.
It might be Archeon.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Archeon's a great display piece. You know what I mean? He seems fun to he might be fun to paint. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like he seems like he could be cool, especially if you just take your time and build him right.
I don't need it. I don't need to spend the money. If you gave me a blank check right now, I would turn it into Thankful on Bone Ripper.
Thankful on Bone Ripper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have it. I don't need it.
Yep. No, exactly.
But I want it.
Exactly. That's just kind of how his spirals out of control. Is you're like, yeah, man, he's super cool. I don't need it. I don't need it. And then boom.
Yeah, you're looking at that bank account and it's it's a few zeros short of where it was a few hours ago, and you're like, did I make a wise decision? Is eating ramen all week really worth it?
Yeah, you got your Daughters of Cain built though, and you're like, it might have been.
You're like, I don't need to eat. I need to build my list.
Who has time for eating?
Right? Frivolous things like food and shelter and water. No, we need models and battle tomes and GHBs.
So for those, out of the 3 that you picked, which one do you think out of all those you definitely don't need? Like, if you weren't going to pick one, no, you definitely don't need.
Don't let me buy any Iron Jaws stuff.
No Iron Jaws
I'll bring it up to you a lot. I'll be like, I don't have a Destruction Army yet.
Yeah, exactly. Or Hammer Players, it's so bad because it's like, that sounds like a great justification. Like,
if I just add this kit to my Spearhead, I'll have 1,500 points right there, and then just a few more heroes, and it just starts to spiral, bro. Like, do not let me get anything Iron Jaws. What is it for you, bro?
Oh man, dude, it's gonna be slaves. I can't get any slaves models.
Yes.
If I get any slaves models, I've already priced it out. It's just gonna,
Yeah.
It's gonna be ramen for a month, bro.
Yeah, bro. Because you think slaves, you need double Varangard, you need Chosen, you need...
That's what's coming in right away.
Yeah, bro. It's like... And you're a guy who loves power.
Yep.
Power on tabletop, bro.
I think I would for sure just get the Archeon, right? And that's how it would start, is I would buy an Archeon. Like, no, it's cool. It's just for display, you know? Like, where the fuck are you going to put an Archeon? It's Warhammer storage. That's, like, the most underrated thing. Like,
a year from now... when I'm playing my pigs list against his Varangard. This is all your fault.
we could just tag it back. Remember this episode?
Yeah.
Back in this time. Back before we were pre-Varangard, pre-pigs.
We have armies in our head. We have armies on our shelves. We have a completed army each, bro. Fully painted.
Yep.
Fully based.
Nice, with multiple variants to play.
We need nothing more.
Yeah, we don't need anything.
but they're gonna put something out.
Yep.
They're gonna refresh something.
5th edition is next year.
5th edition is already next year, bro. I started with 4th edition. I can't believe we've come this far, bro. I feel like this hobby is our relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
if
this
God
is a needy girlfriend, yeah.
Warhammer just says, yeah, we're going out of business. Never, that would never happen. But they're like we're no longer doing business and we're selling the company, and there's no more Warhammer.
Oh, that would be a sad day.
That's what I'm saying. And so
that'd be a real sad day.
I don't think it's happening, bro. This thing is. I say it every episode. It's booming. It's burgeoning. It's exploding. Everybody is loving Age of Sigmar right now. You know how many people I get stopping at the tables on Fridays?
Yeah.
How many people coming and asking about it? So many people they'll leave their game of 40K to come look at Age of Sigmar. You know, they'll leave their game of War Machine and BattleTech and they'll come over and look at Age of Sigmar.
They'll leave their Blades.
Yeah.
But they'll come and check us out even, so that's kind of cool. I like it. I think you're 100% right. I don't think Age of Sigmar is going anywhere.
No. I think it's gonna keep growing, bro. It's gonna.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's gonna be as common as Legos now. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know what Legos are, even if you've never built a Lego kit.
The only way I can imagine if Games Workshop goes out of business is if I don't get this Archeon. You know what I mean?
At 100 subscribers, no, just kidding. I got a funny social experiment. All right, what's more painful to walk on, Legos or sprues? Oh. We'll be right back. All right, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Rolling Recklessly. If this episode somehow causes anybody to start a new army project, we are absolutely not apologizing.
Huge shout out to everybody that we've been getting into games in with this week and hobby time in with. Also want to give a big shout out to all the people who are currently pretending they're just looking at a new army online. We see you. You're not fooling anybody.
Yeah, we know that you're window shopping, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like that cart, you're not going to click purchase. You're just getting the cart ready just to see.
I was theory crafting a list, guys. What do you think of
what do you think of $340? But before we wrap things up, man, do you got any shout outs you want to give?
Oh yeah, shout outs to Anthony over at Collective Gaming. I know that his typical operation is going through a remodel right now, so if you want to buy some Age of Sigmar stuff from a really, really cool local vendor, Anthony at Collective Gaming is set up at Tipsy Chicken down in Mesa. So yeah, go over there, get yourself some new models. He's got Cog 4, he's got Cities of Sigmar stuff. He's ready, and he's ready to do a deal with you, and he's got great prices, bro. Shout outs to Hobby Forge, bro. When it comes to secondhand models that are built and ready to be played with, they are second to none. Like, I just love that they have a huge case of models, because, you know, we mentioned Legos earlier. Some people do get in this hobby just for the building aspect of it, bro. And they build a kit, they're satisfied with the build, and then on to the next kit.
And then you go and buy it from Hobby Forge.
And then I go and buy it, bro. You know what I mean? So maybe I don't need to go out and buy things firsthand anymore. I'll just acquire everything secondhand. It's just... it's just tough, bro. You know, some things, they're harder than others to acquire. So yeah, if you're down there in the Mesa area and you need to acquire some things, Collective Gaming, Anthony, go in his Discord at Collective Gaming Network. He's gonna get you right. Shout out to I think they were called Primetime. That was the card shop down there far, bro, in Gilbert.
Oh, Primetime.
Yeah. Primetime Cards and Gaming. That's where I got my Ionus and my Stardrake from. They had a case with models that were built and ready for sale. Not quite as large a selection as Hobby Forge, but I was still really impressed with what they had, bro. They had a lot of the stuff that I would use and need. So if you're just starting out in the hobby, money's a little tight, or maybe your building skills aren't there, maybe you hate painting, you know, check out these local stores, check out what they have in the cases, see what they have for sale, check out your local Discords. There's a whole world of Sigmar out there that's right underneath the retail level. It's everybody trying to recover from buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
It's people like, you know, I played the Army 3 years ago, but I haven't played them since.
And these models have just been sitting there. They're primed.
Hey, we can say this. These things don't depreciate. You know, it's not like, I mean, unless the War Scroll goes to Legends, you know what I'm saying? A nice Stormcast unit's like an '08 Honda.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, bro, yeah, it's got 220,000 miles, but this thing's going 350, bro.
This thing has been tabled over 1,600 times.
And we still keep putting it back out there.
Slaps the shield.
Yeah. It falls off.
It explodes.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's a shout out. Shout out to my girlfriend getting her Daughters of Cain Army done and ready, having 2,000 points. You know, we played a little mock 1,000 point game, and her witch elves did 61 attacks.
Just slapping.
Yeah, bro, like crit auto wound, and we were doing damage 2 off of a prayer. Daughters of Cain seems like they're as high level as it gets, bro. So she's in a great place to like start playing the game at 2,000 points. You get to have the new doc as your starting army.
Yeah, dude, they're sick. That's very sick. Like, what a great time to step into the game.
Yeah, so shouts out to you, baby. Thanks for helping me get your army together. I don't regret any of the time I did putting the models together. I know you're going to get them primed and beautifully painted. And, yeah, let's get you out there on the scene. Sweating hard and
get out there
taking losses with the rest of us.
Yeah, big shout out, Allie. Happy birthday. That's sick. We can't wait to see you on the tables with us.
Shout out to you. Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Another year older.
Another year older.
Another year of Games Workshop's taking my fucking money.
Yeah, bro. This is the perfect hobby to grow old into.
It is. It certainly is. There's a lot of other hobbies I had in the past. Like, nope, this one's way more chill. Like painting, chilling. Like, it's nice when you have the time to do that.
And I thought that Blake gave you the best birthday present. He gave you a new nickname.
Oh, God.
So you hear it. This is a exclusive. All right, a Rolling Recklessly podcast. We're now dubbing Grizzly the Grizzler. Thank you, Blake, for that. So from now on, it is Scarecrow Poe, aka Jesse, featuring the Grizzler.
That's a great way. Big shout out to Blake. Thank you for the nickname. That's where I'm gonna end my shout outs. I do appreciate you, man. Thank you, bro, we had a fun time playing. I had a great time playing with you, so big shouts out to you. You actually hooked us up with our next guest, who I'm super excited about. He's running the Iron Man GT out in Washington, which is one of like the toughest one-man day events I can possibly picture.
Yeah.
5 games, 1 day. That's a lot of Warhammer.
Yeah.
And I've talked to him. He's got a fun list that he's bringing up, and I'm excited to have him on after he comes and see how he plays through that.
Yeah, we've said it before. We are not the experts on the gameplay, on the hobby, any aspect of this thing. So it's nice to actually bring an expert in and give us that skinny, give us that insider knowledge, let us know what it's like to be competing at the highest level of this thing.
Yeah, this guy, I'm excited to have him on. So if you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you follow the show, share it with your play group or your local community. If that supports us a lot, it really means something for us. I really enjoy it when you guys share it, hearing you guys out. When I see you guys, definitely reach out. We always got stickers for you guys, so if you see us, thank you. Thank you for come checking us out. If you would like, you can follow us over on Instagram and YouTube at Rolling Recklessly Podcast, and then we drop new episodes every Monday. And like always, until next time, may your crits be high, your paint never dry, and your rolls ever reckless.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to rolling recklessly where the battle lines meet the sky. May your crits be high, may your pain never dry, and your rolls be ever reckless. Your rolls be ever reckless. Roll 'em if you got 'em.